I first met missionaries when I was waiting at a bus stop station. I think that time I just moved to the United States for about a week. Three sister missionaries talked to me in Korean. I remember after they talked about 5 minutes, I told them I'm from China. So later, they decided to ask my phone number by pointing to a phone. It's so funny to recall this first communication I had with them. I guess the reason I gave them my phone number is I saw something different from them than other religious preachers. So that moment I didn't know what it is until later on I know that's the light of Christ. So I was not a religious person at all. I was raised up in a family that doesn't believe in God, but I knew a lot of stories of Jesus. Like I knew he was betrayed, he was killed. For me, he was more like a religious figure instead of a living savior. I learned this by reading the Bible. To be honest, I was attending Catholic seminary while meeting with missionaries. So in the Catholic Church, we read a lot from Bible. I mean, Bible is a good book. However, there are some questions cannot be answered just by reading it. So for example, why did Jesus Christ pray to himself? Yeah, that's a good question. So after I met missionaries in the bus stop the other day, I got a call from two young men spoke broken Mandarin. Like, I'm serious. All I heard is that they have a book that could change my life. I was very surprised and super curious about this book. They told me this book is evidence that our Heavenly Father loves us. A book contains the fullness of the gospel of Jesus Christ. In the following lessons, they always ask me that, did you read the Book of Mormon? I remember one time I lied to them. One of them said, yeah, do you remember the part Nephi went to Taiwan? And firstly, I was so stunned and said yes. And then they knew I didn't read the Book of Mormon and they patiently read it with me. So I believe our God is eager to help us to shape us to become a better person. However, we do need to have faith in Him and put our actions into it. Then I was baptized in November 13th, in a Sunday in 2016, because I know that that's what the Lord wants me to do. I believe God teaches us in a reasonable way and also a spiritual way. And that's the reason we not only need to read and ponder the Book of Mormon, but also to pray about this book. And I know when I read this book, the Spirit was whispering to me, and I think will be the same for you. And I leave my promise today that with direct communication with God, you will know this book is true, and the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints is also true. Now it's a really blessing for me to serve everyone, to help them become happier. If you want to know more about this book, contact your local missionaries. They're here to help.